We are people. We are people and blog. Hi. It's a live stream.
Are there people? There are 3 thumbs up.
3 thumbs up. We don't know what that means. Maybe they can't be until. Hard to say. Mallory's going to go live chat. Remember, guard your privacy. Okay? Got that?
Are we guarded? Just
Yeah.
one person.
Cool. Yay. Okay, cool.
Okay, 2 people. All right, I just put it on my Instagram.
You put it on your Instagram. I'll do it on my Twitter. Sorry, everybody. We have to tweet and tell people what's happening.
Okay.
Happening now. I'm writing it.
Oh yeah, let me put it on Twitter.
Cool.
Listeners can see us asking for permission from our social media limiting apps.
We both have social media limiting apps. Hello.
Hello.
And look, let me introduce you to the snacks that we've brought today.
Really important.
This is a maple flavored popcorn with sea salt and kettle corn. Maple and sea salt kettle corn.
It's really good.
Does kettle corn assume? Kettle corn assumes just sweetness,
Yeah.
right? It
They
does not
make it in a
assume-
big kettle with caramel with sugar, and the sugar melts in the kettle.
So it does not assume maple or sea salt.
No.
Okay, so we need all that information right here on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody. Hi. We're here to talk about 5 minutes. Is there enough light on Mallory?
I like being in the darkness as long
No. You're going to be in the light, too.
as just like shine it right.
Is it too bright now? Do you
No,
feel
it's-
like you're the dentist?
No. You'd be really mad we're eating this popcorn.
No. My dentist already hates me for eating this popcorn. The dog is really interested in the popcorn.
Should we introduce everybody to birthday?
Yeah, so here's me, here's Mallory, here's the dog. And I think the cat is meowing.
Say hi, birthday.
Birthday, look. Just like, I see popcorn. Great. So we're here to talk about 5 Midnights. Yay! If you're watching this live stream live, you can talk to us in this little chat window thing. If you're watching it later, you cannot. People watch
Don't
these
even
later.
try.
You can't, but I think you can read it on the side too. I don't know. YouTube's doing this differently than we've been doing in the past, so
Yeah.
we're figuring it out.
So it's 5 Midnights by Anne Devia Cardinal,
Mm-hmm.
out by Tortine. This is a YA book.
Oh, it's by who? Tortine?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Tor has their own YA imprint called Tortine.
Since when? Recent?
For a while.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Spooky book for October.
I looked up,
I'm
so
gonna-
this afternoon, I never look at reviews, but this afternoon I looked it up just because I was like, oh, what are people talking about? And
What's
it was
the word?
reviewed on a lot of like children's sites, and I was like,
Yeah.
not a children's book.
I would not. I mean, it's very YA. Like, there's a lot of like really intense shit that happens.
Hi, Amelia. Hi, Craig. Or Eric. Eric Craig. You got two first names. That's confusing. Yeah. So
did you-
spooky, scary book.
Did you think this book was scary? Did this
Scary.
on a scale of 1 to 10? How did this book spook you?
So spook?
Spoopy.
I would say, okay, I would say it's hard to scare me with a book.
Same.
There were some things that you smell really good. What's going on? Do you want to?
It's my
Let's
new
check in.
Halloween perfume.
What's the
Black
smell?
Phoenix
What's the
Alchemist.
flavor?
It's from autumn, dusk at autumn.
That's good. Smells nice.
Thank you.
Especially in this stinky.
Too bad there's
stinky
no
ass house.
smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
So the listeners cannot smell me and this delicious popcorn.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And maybe the book smell. The book is
Mhm.
very pretty too. I
The
will
book
say.
cover's gorgeous. Okay, is it scary? I'm gonna say it's not scary, but it's creepy.
It is very creepy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
not scared by it. I did
To
read it
scare me,
during
you're gonna have to do something so. We both just read so much
Yeah.
horror, and also I just am not scared by books very often, as we've discussed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna quit eating.
I also read this book in daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if it was nighttime and I was alone,
Mhm.
there's a couple of scenes that would have creeped me out.
Yeah, particularly, I would actually say there was one of the openings. So there's spoilers on this, so get ready.
If you haven't read the book and you don't want it to be spoiled for you, you're not in the right place.
Yeah. I would say there was one of the opening deaths I thought was quite creepy.
Yeah.
So one of the opening deaths happens pretty quickly, and I
Yes.
was not prepared for it to happen so quickly.
Yeah.
And it just goes there, and I
I
was
just
like,
thought it was
oh.
going to be a creepy scene.
Mm-mm.
I didn't realize it was going to be, and you are dead now.
Right, you have to forgive me because I read this a few weeks ago before I went to Disney World, which fried my brain. And I can't remember who the first death was, but that was the one that really I was
It
like,
was-
oh no.
It was the drug dealer, Victor.
Mm-hmm. And I was really surprised. I was surprised by that. Oh, we posted the wrong link on the Facebook page.
Oh.
Can someone post the right one?
What is this? This is the one you sent me. I posted the one.
Well, then how did you find it, Taylor? If we posted the wrong one on the Facebook page.
My cat and I already got.
I don't know. Let's see if we see us when it comes up.
No.
Oh, that is. Uh-oh. I went to your YouTube page. Ooh.
So what do we? So email me a link to this right now.
Hold on. Oh no, I'm so sorry, everyone in the room. Let me just. If your subscriber notifications, you get one when this went live.
All right, just email this to me and I'll put it up in the Facebook.
Is it because I didn't? It's very weird. No?
I feel like this happens every single time.
It says we're live with the link. Oh. Apparently there's 2 scheduled.
Oh, that's weird. That happens every time.
Oh, I think this is one you must have done and I must have done this one because I put that picture up.
So
sorry, and I just was copying and pasting.
No, I didn't make one.
You didn't make one?
Yeah.
Fascinating. So sorry. Should we go to the other one? Are there people in the other one?
I can't.
Can we live stream 2 at the same time?
That would be really intense. I don't think so. Hold on.
Yeah, let's check this out. I'm trying.
Are there people in this one?
Would it be weird if you could live stream 2 at the same time?
I don't think you can.
Oh, there are people in this one.
Hi.
So sorry, everybody. We made a mistake. Looks like we're live streaming in 2 rooms now.
Oh my god.
So
that's weird.
Let's see what happens when we upload these. We're sorry. We had 2 different links. Oh, thank you so much, Eric, and who are in the other room, and Taylor for going. Is this working okay now that we're streaming in 2 rooms? Hi, everyone in the other room.
Hi, everybody.
So sorry, we didn't realize we were in the wrong room. We're not great at technology. We just do it because we have to.
There's a lot of Googling involved. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I guess we're streaming on both.
We're streaming on both. So if you go to either one, the
That's
YouTube
really
one
funny.
or the links that we sent. Whatever. Hi. Okay, we were just talking about this book already.
Quick catch-up. 5 Midnights by Anne Devia.
Here's the catch-up. We're here on the couch.
We're discussing whether or not...
We're eating these. We're eating this popcorn. It's maple, sea salt, and kettle corn, which means there's sugar, maple, and salt.
It's very
maple
good.
is a sugar.
It's delicious.
And then there's a dog here. She's asleep, so we're doing fine.
You can see her tail.
Her tail's right there.
That's
Hi, everybody.
cute.
So sorry. We messed up.
So what we're discussing is whether or not this book was scary.
Mm-hmm. So 5 Midnights, it came out on Torteen, which I was surprised there was such a thing.
Torteen.
Very
pretty book.
And were you scared by it? Oh, my conclusion was it's hard to scare me. I did think it was creepy.
I would give it a 5 out of 10. I would say...
scary.
Yeah, well, I would say 5 is the creepy range.
Okay.
It's like creepy.
Oh, okay.
Once you get to 10, it's like scary.
Wait. So 1 is nothing, or
Nothing.
1 is like...
One is
starting to see.
I think, okay, 1 to 4 is spooky.
Okay.
5 to 7 is creepy.
Okay.
8 to 10 is scary.
What's unnerving? Like a 9.
Yeah.
A solid 9. And
And
scary.
and disturbing.
Scary to put it in the
unsettling.
fridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I give this a 5. This was creepy. I was not scared by it.
Okay.
But I liked it.
Yes. And I was saying I felt like the first death was so quick and I was surprised. And then
You forget when you're reading a YA book that people are gonna fucking die.
people are, well, in any book.
I know, no, but
people
like
can die.
sometimes I get lulled into a false sense of security because I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
teenagers, and they fucking die.
Well, it impresses me too with an author when they just like out of just right out of the gate, they're like,
yeah.
guess what? I'm gonna kill this main character or this
on
character
the
that you
eve of
met.
his 18th birthday.
Yeah, which is a pretty big bummer.
And it's in this. I feel like the author does a really good job of making you empathize with some characters that you might not like. This kid is on his way to go sell cocaine,
Right.
but you're so with him. You're like, oh man, he's gonna sell all these drugs, but he's gonna have a great birthday party. Like you don't want him to die.
Mhm.
I think she does a good job of making you feel for a lot of these characters.
Yeah,
that
I
you
agree.
wouldn't normally. Let me pull up the other questions we have.
Well, I think it also did like an interesting looking into addiction and
Yes.
and doing things like selling illegal drugs when you're sort of like selling illegal drugs or legal drugs, but illegal in this.
Can you imagine, like,
you have,
the kids want some aspirin? Who wants some Tums?
what about some Pepto? Tums is a really funny one.
The thing is, you and I would be there. We would
I'd be like,
buying-
hand over those
And
Tums.
we're like, okay, is it peppermint though? Because I don't want the peppermint.
No.
I
Oh,
want
yeah.
tropical fruit.
You know, I found out this is not relevant, but you're here for reading glasses, so you're welcome. You're welcome. Is that I found out I take Zantac like every single day, and now they're saying it causes cancer. All those Zantac takers out there, look it up because now you're not supposed to take Zantac. It got recalled.
Oh God.
I take it every
Switch
day.
to Tums.
It doesn't do the same.
You know
Anyway.
what? We got a 3-star review recently from someone who said that 17 minutes out of our 45-minute episode was not on
topic?
On topic.
Wait,
And
you know
they're
what's
like-
really funny about that? They timed it.
That's what I mean. I was like,
That's silly.
and he only gave it was like 3 stars, so he was like kind of into
So
it.
it was like it was like 45 minutes. Oh, the stopwatch? Like, because how else would you know?
I just picture it as a pie chart, like
Yeah.
book talk about snacks, Mallory swearing,
Yeah.
nonsense, off-topic stuff, ads. They were very upset about the ads.
You're upset about the ads?
Everyone gets
All right.
upset.
Well,
about
guess
the
what? The live stream doesn't have ads.
Ad
Although,
free.
I was going to show the thing that we got. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah, we can show that at the end.
Yeah.
I read it.
Cool. So, what did everyone think? Did we think it was creepy, spooky, or scary? Please chime in. Someone said they thought it was creepy. This is we're toggling between 2 rooms, so
So thank you, Amelia.
Amelia's here for the digressions. Great.
Super creepy. Yeah, creepy, not scary. I think this is a good pick because there's a lot of people who can't handle like super scary. This is a good creepy Halloween book.
Yeah, solid Halloween book.
And so that I think this was a perfect, like, talking about that main character and like all the feeling for these drug dealers is a perfect segue into. So this book, multiple viewpoints, lots of different characters.
Yeah.
But
very different characters, so it wasn't
Very-
complicated.
no, yeah, very.
It's just 3 viewpoints, yes?
Well, it's no, it's
like I said, I read it 3 weeks ago.
Javier, Lupe, Marisol.
That's what I thought. There's those.
Oh, maybe there's more. I thought there was one more.
Okay.
Sometimes you got it from Izzy, I think.
Maybe.
But so which one of these characters were you empathizing with the most?
Well, we talked about this a little before we got on, and I know you're
I'm Team
you're
Marisol.
Team Marisol.
I'm Team Marisol for sure.
I really, and maybe it was because the character that we like. Well, maybe it was because it was the American character. I don't know, but I liked Lupe. I liked her. I thought she was sassy. I thought she had like a
Very
lot to
sassy.
say, which I identify with. I
I'm
would call
pretty
myself.
sure it's the only time in all of literature anyone's used the phrase "I'm from Vermont, bitch."
I
was like-
you were like, and you liked that.
I was
That's
like,
good.
"Damn, girl."
Yeah, she had spunk, which
You do
I
like
identify with sass and
moxie.
spunk.
You were like a character with some moxie.
Ludo did have a chapter once. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay. Marisol, Megan identifies with
Yeah,
Marisol.
somewhere between creepy and spooky. Yeah, I was telling Bria, I feel like Marisol was like Nancy from The Craft, which is Fairuza Balk's character, where she's portrayed as like kind of crazy, but what she's
yeah.
saying isn't wrong.
No, she's not wrong.
She's
And
just
she seems to,
portrayed
like,
as, this
understand-
crazy girl.
Yeah, and I thought we were, yeah. And I did not think we were supposed to view her as completely. We're supposed to identify because I think the chapter's from her point of view.
Yeah.
I never thought she was like so out there, especially because all the guys would be like, "Oh, it's crazy Marisol," like they didn't like her, but I
Yeah.
was never like,
Maybe I don't know if this is because we're women and like if some guy says a woman is crazy, I'm immediately like she's probably cool as hell.
yeah. I would say you think she's Nancy from The Craft. I would say Lupe is Nancy Drew. She comes in Nancy Drew's everything, She
is very Nancy
the two
Drew.
Nancy's.
Yes.
If we find a Nancy Drew.
heavy story
Nancy,
here.
because she comes in and she's like, "Here's the mystery. I think I know how to solve this mystery." My dog is snoring so loud. Can you hear her?
I can't hear her. She was very cute though.
Yeah, she's very tired. She ate muffin mix raw last night. Not
so gross.
like out of a box, like flour. She ate flour.
I am imagining her eating out of a box now, like with a little spoon.
No, but I came in and it was like the whole room smelled like muffin mix. It was so funny. But also she was miserable
How
all
did she
day.
even get it?
It was that's a long story. It was in John's bag for reasons that I
John smuggling
wanna start
muffin
to
mix
get
around.
explain. Yeah, it was in his bag and she found it and she opened it up and ate like a cup of flour. The dog ate a cup
so
of
disgusting.
gluten-free flour.
Disgusting.
All right, so we have some Marisols. We have some Team Marisols, which is good to know.
I also liked Javier a lot.
I do too. Yeah.
Marisol and Javier, I was really big fans of. I think his struggle with addiction and being clean throughout the book was really interesting.
Right.
And I really felt for him, even though it's so like the romance in this book is so YA-y.
Well, I was going to say, I added a question on here. I was like, how do we feel? Do we feel like it falls into YA tropes? How does it like differentiate from it? I loved romance, as you can imagine.
Yes.
I was
so
into
YA,
the romance.
where they see each other.
Oh
And
no! At one point, their legs touched on the bus, and I was like, "I'm here for this leg touch." Like I'm
Touch
here
those
for
legs.
it. I was so excited about it. I thought that they were very cute. I thought they were a good couple because they sort of like both brought their own thing.
You love
Both
a
were-
bickering couple.
I like a bickering couple, and I like that they. This gives you an insight into my own relationship. And then I like that they kind of taught each other something.
Yeah.
You know, where she's like, look, just because I'm from Vermont doesn't mean all these things. And he's like, look, not everyone in Puerto Rico is like this. So it was like they kind of like educated each other in this like kind of like fun, like playful way. And they get
And then they touched those legs.
and then they touched their legs, which was really cute. Well, it was like a nervous, like going somewhere together.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cute that he like went with her, like, you know, the first time they ended up hanging out,
Yeah.
like he was like, well, I'll just go with, she wouldn't get in the car with him. He's like, I'll go with you.
I'll ride on the bus.
I thought it was cute. I enjoyed.
That was very cute. But it was very like, I love YA romances because they're so like, and then she walked into the room.
Yeah.
And I saw her eyes.
Which was interesting because she had just left the apartment of like the hot singer.
Yeah.
The hot like guy in the band. I guess he's not in the band, it's like a pop
He
star.
was a rapper.
Yeah.
Or
And
reggaeton. I don't know what that is. I feel like an old person. I was like, what's reggaeton?
You do know what reggaeton is. It's you've heard. There's some popular reggaeton songs that I'm not going to be able to remember right now because I have a bad memory. You can look it up and you'll find some. There was some that got popular in the early 2000s, late 90s, like they like broke through pop culture and were like
Maybe
popular,
I would like reggaeton if it was about songs about like monsters, like El Cuco. I'm down for that. If someone was singing about like rapping about the Loch Ness monster, I would be extremely into that.
I guarantee you, there's someone out there rapping about the Loch Ness monster.
I'm gonna find out.
I bet you could find that, listeners. You can definitely find that. So we have a lot of people who Javier is their favorite.
Yep.
Javier. Wow. Okay. Team Javier. Wow. Okay. Kelsey didn't think Lupe. She was supposed to be feminist, but she didn't think so.
Okay, I'm glad somebody brought that up because to me, yes, her feminism is very problematic, but it felt very like 16-year-old girl feminism to me. I think she actually did a very good job of like writing a girl who wants to be a feminist but doesn't understand it.
Sure. Okay.
But really wants to think of herself as a feminist.
But I feel like at 16, moxie is a certain amount of feminism because I mean,
yeah, especially
it's
growing up in
way,
Vermont where there's like not a lot of exposure to things. I say this as I'm from New England, or I can say this. I've been to Vermont many times. But I think she did a very good job of like, she just doesn't fully understand the tenets of feminism. So, but it's important to her, but she doesn't really get it yet. So she's just like,
was there actual discussions of feminism that I'm forgetting about?
She brings up a lot of things. She's like, I'm not getting in the car with you because I'm a feminist, or you shouldn't do that thing for me because I'm a feminist, or this. She brings it up a lot.
Right.
And it feels like, you know, when you're a teenager and you're starting to do something, either you're vegan or you're a feminist or you're
really
something, and you just, it's like when you get married and you're like, hey, my husband this, you know, have you seen my husband? Like, you're so excited to say this new identity that you have.
Right. That you go vegan. I went vegan at like 18 and I was the most vegan person you've ever met.
I went vegan when I was 16, which I think maybe makes me empathize with her a little bit. And I was like, constantly like, oh, you know, I'm just doing a vegan stretch here.
Yeah.
Doing that vegan thing.
And what was this cooked on? It's like everything is like, is this in the same room as meat? If it has a meat smell on it, I can't eat it. Like there's like
and so I think even though it was very irritating, I think it was meant to be that. And it's like, it's weird. It was interesting to see someone like a character grow like with that starter feminism. Where, like she just all she knew was like, men shouldn't do stuff for me because I'm a feminist. And if he really had pushed her on it, she wouldn't have been able to articulate.
Now, if you were 16 and reading this, how would you have read that?
It would. I think that's the thing. If I was 16 now, I think 16-year-olds are a little bit different.
I was 16 in East Texas in the 90s.
I haven't been 16 in 100 years.
I honestly, Mallory, I don't know if you were ever 16.
No, Oh yeah, see, yeah, very 16-year-old feminism. That's the perfect way to put it. It was like she's trying, but she doesn't really get it.
Which I'm into it, and that's a thing.
Yeah,
you know,
it's definitely a thing. But it was interesting to see these two characters kind of grapple with that in some way. So, speaking of characters, so there's a lot of different heroes in the book. There's a lot of different villains.
Mm-hmm.
First off, so ending. Did we think that Kano?
I don't remember how it's spelled.
It's Keno.
Yeah.
Do we think he deserved to be eaten by El Cuco?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if anyone deserves to be eaten by El Cuco. Do we think? I mean, it's sort of a weird, like, sort of get your comeuppance sort of character, but we're talking about kids.
That's what I mean.
You know?
I actually thought throughout the book when they started talking about this, like, oh, well, he's going to have to, like, a set price is going to have to be paid. I was like, ooh, they're going to figure out some way to trick him.
Yeah,
because the whole thing is like, ooh, let's not have children die. But surprise, we're going to kill some more kids anyways.
This person said I went Kino.
See, this is
the audio. That would have been
audio
helpful.
Yeah.
God, who was just talking about how someone called them and had to get all the names of their characters right?
Madeline.
Oh, Madeline. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we have more than one page going. Hi. Oh, you're gonna watch the whole stream later. Great. Sorry, we have 2 rooms going, y'all.
So
sorry about that. So, but
so
stay in the room you're in if you want. We're reading comments on both. What was the question?
Did he deserve to die?
Well, that's it. I mean, I think I was going to bring it back. It's an interesting, like, folklore evil spirit guy because I
did like this monster.
I did too. And were you familiar with it before the book?
No, I've never heard of it. I'm not familiar with a lot of, like, Puerto Rican mythology.
I was going to say, the dog just fell off the couch. She's trying to do these. I was going to say, I haven't even read that many books set in Puerto Rico, which is kind of a bummer.
I actually was really happy. One of the reasons why I wanted to read this and why I think the setting of this book is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked how the author slipped a lot of Spanish words in there that you could figure out by context clues.
Mm-hmm. I also enjoyed the food writing.
I was wondering about that. I was like, this book is making me hungry.
It's making me hungry. It has a lot of food writing. It also just talks about, like Puerto Rico is definitely like a central character of the.
Yes, for sure. I would definitely read more books that were like this because it colors the stories. I think, obviously, besides the fact that El Cuco is like a Puerto Rican monster, I think that this would be a completely different story set somewhere else because what's happening to Puerto Rico is so woven into all of this that was probably one of my favorite parts of the book.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you think Kino deserved to die?
I guess.
I like Kino. Wait. Did someone tell us how to? Yeah. Oh, it's Keno. Keno. Kenno. Like Keno. I like that Kelsey said if anyone had to die, she'd prefer to be Keno.
Yeah, wasn't it kind of like the ringleader of the gang? It makes the most sense that he was killed if you consider the amount of pain he caused. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a jerk.
Yeah, and he was going to shoot them, so yeah, fine.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for the other guys who died.
Yes. What about the...
Particularly, I want to see the second one.
Izzy?
The
one who was, like, getting clean?
No, the one that was, like, helping out. Was that the first one? No. Helping out at the, like... he was helping, like, rob the store.
Oh! Menno?
Mm-hmm, maybe. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know the name. I apologize. I'm just very bad with names, and I read it a while ago.
Yes. When he shoots the guy, and then he died. Yes.
Yeah, that made me really sad. But
especially because he had anxiety, and I was like, "Oh, buddy."
Yeah. Izzy was one of the characters I think I liked the best. I know we didn't have a POV with Izzy, but I like that they found Izzy. Sorry, I'm helping my dog back on the couch. I like they found Izzy at the found him at the art museum.
Yeah,
like it was like made me
nice.
really like him. And then you got like a little insight into Izzy's life, and Izzy also seemed like really like Lupe, and like just like this like nice.
That was the thing that was bummer. Is it's interesting to see this book showed so many different phases of addiction. Like
that's interesting. I hadn't thought about the different characters sort of represent the different
ones that some of them are actively using. Izzy was like 3 weeks clean, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Javier, it was 2 years clean, and to see how the power it has over you in all of these different phases, I think was very interesting.
Yeah. Taylor says Izzy's death broke Oh, Memo. You're right. It was Memo.
What about the mothers?
Oh, like what?
Like, are they heroes or villains?
I mean, I don't think they're either. Obviously, I think
they're very shades of gray because they
in a good way.
In a very good way. It's very interesting to see how they did this thing when these kids were young.
Which I get. I get the if you keep doing bad stuff,
I'm going to curse you with a giant
ancient
monster, and you're going to get eaten.
Yeah, and it's gonna keep you from doing drugs and doing all these horrible things that you can get into.
Technique.
That old thing. Just call an old demon.
Just open your tome.
I neither one of us are parents, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's done.
Yeah,
I think you call up an old demon. You make sure you're like, look, if my son does anything wrong,
I pull a rickety ancient book off of my shelf
and like
blow all the dust off. Make sure I have been doing Latin and Duolingo. So if you need me to
listen, I saw that on your Twitter and I chose not to respond.
I'm doing it for 44 days straight.
44 days of Duolingo Latin.
That's what I took in high school.
They offered Latin at your high school?
You never know when you're gonna have to fight an ancient demon, Bria.
You never know when a dead language is gonna come back and just be popularized again.
You never know. So, you know what? You laugh, but someday you're gonna find yourself in a pickle.
Mm-hmm.
You need somebody to chant from an ancient book. You ever seen Monster Squad when they're yelling at that little girl?
Yeah, and then you have to learn Latin. That's true.
And I'll be there. I'm ready to go.
All right. Wait. So I want to see. Megan said, I thought that he never had intentions to better himself, so that's what Okuko could get
interesting. Yeah.
That's interesting. Unintentional villains redeemed at the end. I think that's what Stacey said about the mothers.
Yeah, I liked the mothers were very interesting to me because again it showed all these different facets of like there was Javier's mom who basically just chose to ignore everything, and like Izzy's mom who was just very like sad about all of it. Like those showed all these different ways that parents deal with their kids who are drug users or like commit crimes or do acts of violence, just like all the different ways that a parent can, whether it's good or bad, try to reckon with it.
Yeah. Kelsey makes a good point, which I felt like the same. It felt like Okuko was making judgments based on any past bad decision. So if Javi was going to get killed, even though he's been clean for 2 years, Izzy's sobriety wasn't going to save him. Yeah. Which I thought was kind of, I'll quit eating though, I'm sorry.
It's our lives.
It's our lives. You tuned into reading class. Yeah, which is interesting that like, it's kind of like they're
everybody is shades of gray here. Yeah. It's like, I think Marisol brings it up or somebody brings it up where it's like, if you want to find the real villain, it's like, how you're being willing to better himself or the mother's being willing to save their kids. It's a very interesting book that shows so many different shades of gray that I think is really, again, makes it a good discussion.
Yeah. Cool.
So what do you that also the developers thing, what do you think about Lupe's idea of finding the real Puerto Rico as someone who doesn't live there? I think like it's interesting to me to see a character who like comes in and she thinks that because she is part Puerto Rican and she comes there and like their family's there that she's like, oh, well, I want to see all the non-touristy stuff because I belong here.
Right. That's interesting.
But she never really articulates like what that means.
She had spent some time there, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't like she's not a tourist. It wasn't like the first time she was there.
No, she's been going there since she was a kid.
But I could see that where she like wants to feel like it's part of her, who she is, or part of who her father was.
Yeah.
Father? Yeah. Her father was a Puerto Rican person, and not her mom. Yeah. Yeah, I could see how she would want to connect with that in some ways, especially because her father was like an alcoholic and like she didn't seem connected to him at all.
No. It's just like the whole book I was like, move in with your uncle and aunt.
Yeah, which
cool
it seemed cool and she seemed to get along with them and it felt like she was from a really different world. And so I could see why she would want to connect with it, but also, yeah, it definitely is like a privilege to come in and go, I would like to see where are the drugs happening? You know, like
I want to see a drug person. Right?
Like you can come in and kind of get to dabble and fix the problems and everything, and you don't have to stay. Not that things were great for her back at home.
No, I think the only thing that I would like to add to this book is like if she is on a search for the real Puerto Rico, like basically from when she touches down in Puerto Rico at the beginning of the book, like somebody's dead, and like most of the book is about this problem. But I wish there was like a montage of her like hanging out with her family and eating good food and like seeing the real Puerto Rico that wasn't just like
her searching,
people doing drugs,
right? Her going to a funeral and like that's true. Yeah, that is very true.
We need to. I mean, I'm saying this, but I am like the world's biggest cheerleader for a happy montage. I love a happy montage.
I liked the relationship with her, like you said, her and her aunt, her and her extended family, because I don't think it's like something you see as often in books.
No,
like you don't see the extended,
I appreciated
the
that
uncle that you're gonna get to stay with, who's cool.
With his nice mustache.
Yeah, he seemed real nice. Like he has got it together. He's a policeman.
Yeah,
detective person.
Yeah, I think that he's the chief of police.
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds right.
As someone who's estranged from my parents, I was like, I want a cool as fuck aunt and uncle who want to make me food.
They want to make you food, and then they let you come in sometime. If you sneak your way into the crime scene, they're gonna let you stay and look around a little bit.
Actually, I want to say I think her uncle was probably the most surprising character to me, especially at the end when they were like, listen, we're going to come to your office. We're going to tell you about this monster. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, there's a fucking monster. Let's do a ritual. I'm the chief of police, but let's do a ritual with some moms. Like, I was very surprised by him and how lax he was at a lot of things and how believing is. Like, that's like such a horror movie trope.
Well,
like,
he saw it early, though. He saw the body suspended in air, right?
Yeah,
like he saw it. Right. So he kind of knew. He kind of knew what was going on. I just like y'all are talking about the popcorn in there, which I appreciate.
I love we have a Trader Joe's sub-thread going on.
Yeah, you know what?
Me and Brie are
I had a lot of the pumpkin. There's also, we were eating Trader Joe's mumpkins. That's what you call a pumpkin muffin. A muffin. Muffins, which I also got that shit from Trader Joe's too.
Oh, as soon as the Trader Joe's pumpkin shit, it's like
Trader Joe's.
It's like supermarket sweet for me.
It's like a pumpkin went into Trader Joe's and just barfed and like projectile vomited all over the aisles. It's crazy.
Me and Jeremy's pumpkins did that last night. Jeremy texted me last night. Apparently he came home. Our pumpkins that we had carved Sunday, it's been so hot that he woke up, he thought it was water, but it was the pumpkin got spilling onto the floor.
That happened to me a couple of years ago when it was like so hot here. It's hot in LA.
It was like 97 degrees today.
We could do a snack and cocktail side thread on the next slide. One room will just be
we'll do 2 live streams.
Snack and cocktail talk. The other one will be book talk, and we'll talk.
This is really our dream.
Well, we're gonna polish this off. It's gonna be. Yeah, this is really good. Is it horrible for you? No.
Is it horrible for you?
Not terrible. Contains coconut. All right. More book questions.
So what do you think? So this book, I think, examines a lot of interesting stuff about privilege and responsibility. Which I think is fascinating. Like just the conversations between Lupe and Marisol were so interesting to me.
And Lupe and Javier.
Yeah, because none of them. Did you see? This is not a super spoiler, and I haven't even finished this season. But in the new season of Stranger Things,
I watched it.
You know when I can't remember any of these characters' names.
At Chips Ahoy. It was called Chips
Ahoy.
Ice Cream Away.
Ice cream. No, the 2 characters that are dating, and one of them looks like Stephen King, and one of them is like they're both like reporters at the newspaper. They're the big brother, like Will's big brother.
Stephen King, huh?
He looks just like fucking Stephen King. He totally does.
To me, he looks like a guy that I know from college, so it's hard for me to see that. But
was the guy Stephen King?
It was Stephen King. I was Stephen King. It was weird. Listen, I'm a lot older than I look.
But there's these 2 characters they're dating. They both work at the newspaper.
I know yes.
And remember when they both get fired, and because they're being very misogynist to her, and he's mad that he lost his summer job because he is poor and really needs the job, and she's mad because he's a man and doesn't understand the misogyny that's happened. They're both mad at each other. But they're both kind of right.
But they both legitimately don't want to lose this. They both were treated unfairly.
Yes.
It's unfair to both.
Yes, and that's how I felt like a lot of conversations in this book were, where they're not Lupe isn't wrong. Like she has a right to this heritage. Like she isn't white, but at the same time, again, she's like, just did not grow up here. She does not speak Spanish. This is not
She
like.
does not have to deal with the poverty. She does not have to deal with the drugs. Although
Yes.
she does have alcoholism in her family, so I mean,
Yeah.
but she didn't have to deal with like the systematic problems that happen to the people that she's hanging out with.
So I thought, I think this book is such an interesting examination of all these things because it's like all these different characters that are in these different situations arguing with each other, and nobody's really wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, I agree.
actually, when we first meet, when Lupe and Marisol first meet, and Lupe's trying to barge into the funeral, I was totally on Marisol's side. I was like, lady, this is a dead kid in there.
Yeah,
like,
don't barge into that funeral.
Stay outside.
I know you're Nancy Drew, but come on, Nancy
I
Drew
would be
would find a better
wicked.
way to do that.
I would be wicked mad.
Yeah, but I think it told us a lot about Lupe, right?
Yes.
I think it was like, I think it's Lupe is the kind of person who's not. She's not going to take it sitting down.
No, just imagine her with like a big cigar, and she's like, "Listen here."
Yeah, she's gonna burst through the doors of the funeral,
Yeah.
and like, so we got to see her that she has we were saying Moxie, it's just like she just has like a lot of
spunk.
spunk, but a lot of energy, and maybe some of it is misplaced, but we get to kind of see it happen.
We see that actually she's very self-aware about that because she's constantly like saying things and then going, "Oh fuck, that's not really what I meant to say,"
which is what a 16-year-old is like.
Yeah,
If you ask me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very well-written 16-year-old.
Yeah, I think all of these kids are very well-written.
Well-written characters, well-written romance. Well-written 16-year-old romance. I'm going to come back to it a few times.
I'm going to tell John to just touch your leg.
Come over and do a nice little accidental leg touch.
Sit on the bus together. Very romantic. So at the end, when El Cuco is showing Javier, taking him, he basically takes him on this nightmarish mental trip. Here's all the times where you did shitty stuff.
Yeah, it's a very Ebenezer Scrooge situation.
Oh, actually.
El Cuco is not unlike the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Yeah.
This Christmas Past.
Yeah.
Which one showed him the shitty stuff he did?
Past. Yeah.
Because Future, they just show him a grave.
Yeah.
Is that what the Ghost of Christmas Future does? He takes him to a grave?
Yeah.
It goes present, they're
he doesn't
there's
talk,
Tiny
he's
Tim.
wah.
And then the past, it's this is all the times you were a mean guy.
Yeah, and she shows him his fiance that he didn't have time for.
Yeah.
He does get to go to Fezziwig's party though.
Wow, you remember way more about that.
Well,
I'm
if you're
actually
watching
legitimately
the best
thinking of the
version.
Scrooge McDuck version.
I was thinking of the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, that's a good one
And
too.
you see Fozziwig's party, and all the Muppets are having a time. Oh, so good. Wonderful film. Anyway, I was thinking about what El Cuco would show me.
Oh, what would he show you?
All the.
Is El Cuco a he?
I think this is a man thing to do.
What's El Cuco's
Gender identity?
Yeah,
so because he's basically taking Javier back through all these times where bad choices that he made affected a lot of people. And I've never gotten anyone addicted to hard drugs.
Well,
I was
that you know of.
that I know of. I wonder if maybe it was I don't know.
Mallory had them put a photo of the guy who works at the front desk of our gym. He's in the MeUndies ads, and she had him put a photo of it up at the gym.
I did not have them do it. Me and Maria go to the same gym, and we're both friends with the guy who works at the front counter. One of the guys who works at the front counter, and he's an actor, and he does underwear modeling. And I have bought MeUndies before, and I was on Facebook doing reading glasses stuff, and an ad popped up, and it was Chance. And I was like, oh my God, I took a picture of it and I brought it to the gym the next day and showed everybody. And the guy, Manfred, the other guy who works at the front desk, found it himself on Facebook, printed it out.
And now that guy's addicted to hard drugs.
10 years from now, Chance will go back and see me.
It's
it's
you on Facebook.
I'm what led to his ruin. I think he's actually pretty proud of that. It's a good picture of him.
No, it's a good ad. It's a good ad. I was just saying that's something you could have done that could have taken so many hard drugs. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten anyone. But how would you know? Look, I guess some people know if they've gotten someone addicted to hard drugs. If you're here, have drugs.
But that's interesting, though. I wonder if part of what El Cuco is you don't even know those moments in your life that have affected other people.
Oh, I think. So you don't think he knew it when he was watching them?
No, I don't think he would have been able to like if you walked up to Javier and was like, okay, name the 3 moments in your life where you fucked up really bad. I don't think he would have even been able to choose those ones.
I feel like I could choose 3 moments in my life where I fucked up pretty bad, though.
Enough that you like affected people in that way.
Just to make them do drugs. I don't.
Not necessarily drugs, but like I'm trying to think of. I don't know. I guess.
I mean, I think we know something. I mean, I would hope that we all are self-reflective enough to where we can go, that was not a great choice I had.
But that is
made
like
a lot of people, probably affected a lot of people.
Like, what a great type of monster, though. Like, that's some nightmare.
It's the Ghost of Christmas Past type monster.
For being a shitty person.
But then you die. So it's just like, I'm going to flash the worst parts of your life before your eyes.
It's like the opposite of when you, like, take an animal to be put to sleep and you bring them through the drive-thru at McDonald's to get them a cheeseburger before they go. But instead of doing that, El Cuco takes you to get you a cheeseburger from hell and shows you all the worst parts of your life, and then he kills you.
You're waking up the dog.
Sorry.
The dog hates it.
Say hi, birthday.
Oh, look how red her little chest is because she ate a bunch of stuff she wasn't supposed to eat.
Yeah, well, that's why we don't eat grit.
Yeah, that's why we don't eat grit. What other questions do we have?
So in what way? Oh, this is your question. In what ways did this feel like a YA book, and what did
I feel like
we
talked about that. Because I feel like I was just like, I liked the romance, which felt like in a fun YA way to me. You realize Melanie came in the one who initiated the whole 13th birthday campaign. But then there are a lot of ways. I feel like YA. I mean, I guess I do read quite a few YA books, like, but not as many maybe this year as last year. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Just a random reason. But I would say like YA. I don't read as much addiction stuff in YA.
Yeah, and I think
there's no reason for that. I'm sure there are more addiction.
I'm sure
based books. Does she smell that, or you're hating this smell?
No.
Okay.
I mean, she smells like the dog.
Yeah. I gave her a bath last night.
You know what?
It's hard being an old dog.
It's hard being an old dog.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think one of the biggest tropes that this book bucked was the adults. I feel like the adults were a lot more well-rounded than a lot of YA books are.
Yeah.
And especially with the her uncle and aunt were so on her side and supportive and believing of them and the kids. And I don't know if maybe that's just Puerto Rican culture of like
I see what you're saying.
Interfamily relationships are different.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because in a lot of, and this is kind of a YA trope, but it's like, it's the parents just don't understand thing.
Yeah, or like it's like at the climax of the book, it's like, oh, we're gonna go to the cops, or we're gonna go talk to my mom finally.
Like, you're grounded.
Or they're like, oh, I don't believe you, monsters don't exist.
Yeah,
and they
right.
get eaten.
Yeah, that's true. And in this one, they actually were like, you're right. There is a monster, and
I was very surprised at that, and I liked it a lot because it fit. I feel like once you buck that kind of trope, that for the last 50 pages of the book, like I couldn't put it down because I was like, oh wait, the uncle's on board with the weird mom ritual. Like, what's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had no, because it's such a trope to be like that happens, and the kids are like, well, we're gonna do it on our own.
I also feel like this book, another YA trope that got a little bucked was that YA, and not across the board, just saying it's a trope, is not as interested in setting. Maybe, I mean, if it's a dystopian universe or something, but like the food descriptions, I don't expect that from a YA book.
No, I definitely feel like this book the world was built a lot better than most YA books that take place in our reality.
Yeah. Fantasy YA, I think we're not talking about that. Fantasy YA gonna have like a lot of rules and shit like that. But the world building of Puerto Rico was really good though.
Yeah,
like I really felt like it was really well rounded.
Yes, it was. Like
from setting.
In all senses, like there was a lot about food, but there was also like this, like she always described the smells and like what everything, like the sounds that were happening.
And don't you think it's because YA books generally are about the relationships?
Yeah, so
it's just about like how it's just about your heart throbbing, or about this relationship with this friend,
what was it? The freckles dusted like cinnamon across like. Man, but then it's so funny, like, we laugh about it, but, like, when you're a teenager, that's what relationships are. You're, like, all...
They're right. They're, like, the end-all, be-all. I mean, yeah. Anyway, how did y'all feel about the book? You're writing a lot of stuff. We aren't reading all of it because we're talking to each other.
Yeah, felt a lot less for me than a lot of other lot less YA for me than a lot of other books I've read.
And what if the adults buying into the monster was related to religious superstitious beliefs in the culture? Yeah, I think so as well. Like I'm trying to think of like an American like equivalent or something like a.
That's what I mean. I wonder if it's more of a cultural thing.
Yeah, I agree. And if you all have any other questions, feel free to put them down. It's about
over 10
question
minutes.
time.
Yeah, it's question.
It's
time.
question time. We do want to show you something though.
Oh yeah, well we can bring that up at the end. Oh, I don't want to get people too excited. It's not like I have a kitten over here.
No, it's not that exciting, but it is a book.
Well,
YA to me is about a targeted demographic, common themes, coming of age stories, grappling with identity and facing.
Carlos got out and free right after the ominous birthday party. I'm trying to remember
the ominous birthday party, like where they did the ritual.
Kelsey, hold on, remind us, Carlos.
Oh, I've been wanting to read With the Fire on High. That's been on my book list. It's like it came out this year, I think, and the cover's really cool.
Carlos was Papi Gringo.
Oh, Carlos was Papi Gringo. Yeah, it's confusing. That's right.
He was a very interesting character.
I liked that at first I was like, oh, she's going to have a relationship with this guy, but then it wasn't with him, and he was just about having a lady around for his image.
Yeah.
But he was like aware of it. He was an interesting pop star.
Yeah, well, I actually think it's really interesting that he was the only one who never got into drugs, but he was the only one who had that much power and money.
Yeah, that's true.
So he was really in his own world anyways.
Did he...
And I mean hard drugs like heroin.
Yeah.
Who knows what else that he might have been doing.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to hear y'all's other YA suggestions for the year. He did deal with a demon. Have you read any other YA books this year that you would say were like high on your list?
I can look at my book buddy and show
you can.
Live book buddying.
Because I haven't read a ton of YA this year.
I feel like I haven't. Oh, I read A.S. King's Dig, which is actually one of my favorite books of the year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow.
I've been reading a lot of middle grade. Secret Commonwealth is technically. Oh no, actually I don't know if that's YA or not. Bria's getting to see my secret.
I'm looking at all of her
real rating system.
I'm looking at her real rating system.
You should read this book. Sawkill Girls I read. That's YA.
Oh, is it?
Sarah Gailey's When We Were Magic is YA.
Mm-hmm.
Wilder Girls by Rory Powers, YA.
Anything with girls in it, it's automatically a YA.
A lot of girl books.
Internment. Yeah, that's been on my list as well. Internment. That's
I've heard. Yeah, actually, that's Eric Smith, past guest of the show. That's one of his clients.
That's right. And you talked about it on the show.
I don't think remaking is YA.
Frankly in Love.
Oh, Rain and Delilah's Midnight Matinee by Jeff Zentner. I read. That was good. I really like that one.
Oh, yeah, I think you talked about it on the show.
Yeah, I think I've read a decent amount of YA this year. Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I read.
Came out last year, I think. Yeah.
Belly Up by Eva Darrows.
I mean, what is interesting about... I guess, main characters were all teenagers, but I do think because the uncle played such a big role.
Yeah. Well, I think...
I would have read chapters from his point of view.
You know what? I would totally have loved more like this whole book from Marisol's perspective.
Agreed. Every time they went to her perspective, I was interested.
Yes, just because I think it almost felt like the author was really trying to set her up as a red herring.
Yeah, for sure.
Like trying to make people think that she was the villain.
Yeah, she seemed like she was gonna be playing some sort of role in it.
Yes, I also really liked that every time Lupe got threatening text, she was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you're gonna bring it." Like she was so spunky.
Yeah,
I wish everyone could see Birthday's nail, like her manicure.
And what is she doing?
She's trying to jump off.
Oh yeah, I love the Charlotte Holmes series actually. I'm a big fan of the Charlotte Holmes series. We can try to get her on the show.
A book can definitely have a teen hero character and not be considered YA. YA is about who's reading it, not about who's in the book.
I actually think that if it has a teen character, main character is supposed to be defined as YA.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's like the main character.
Did we do an episode on this?
We did, and like I think that's Brazos who told me that if like that's the only way you define it is if the main character is a teen.
Kelsey, the threatening texts were from Kino. They were not from Marisol.
They were?
Yeah. It was like it was
Yeah.
it was revealed right at the end when there was a lot of other stuff going on.
Kino has done a lot of stuff.
You know what, I'm gonna look this up right now as we are talking.
We should probably wrap this up though.
Yes.
I think-
This room has more time than the other room. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, this room is.
Does anyone have any other questions before we leave? And before we show you this thing,
I'm going to show you a thing.
Young adult definition.
Young adult. You're just defining what a young adult is right now.
No, intended or suitable for adolescents, especially those in mid-late teens. But I think a big part of it is having characters that.
Yeah.
But I think it doesn't necessarily have to be.
Yeah.
Anyone? Was like what text?
Oh, you're right. Marisol was like what text?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is we're gonna show you folks.
We got something cool in the mail.
This is a new sponsor that we have, and we wanted to show.
But it's so cool. We have to show you.
I want to show you. It's a short story advent calendar for the 25 days of Christmas. So leading up to Christmas, you get a little tiny short story. It says 25. Should I break the seal?
I broke one of mine and then I immediately regretted it because I was like, well, first of all, what if I want to read these for the 20? What if I want to give this? Second of all,
So
what if I want to give this as a gift because it's so pretty?
Maybe I should give it as a gift.
But it's like you open it up and
I'm gonna
each
see how many pages.
there's 25. Is it advent calendar 25? Oh, it's
Yes.
First.
So this short story is only 7 pages, but it's like.
Yeah, and look how cool it is. So there's like, they're all really short and you can pull them out and everyone has like a little number on it. It's so cute. And we both got them in the mail and we both were just freaking out about how cute they are.
They are adorable. I think these would make really good gifts.
I
don't know which
literally just go to shortstoryadventcalendar.com. There will be a.
Don't go yet because we don't have our reading glasses thingy.
Yeah, there'll be a
an
code
ad.
for it on
Yes.
this coming week so you can like see it. But it's so cute. It's such a good gift. Like
It's really
great
adorable.
Christmas gift. Although
You'd have to give it to them when December started.
yeah, or they can do it the next year. But yeah, I just feel like buy it early.
Or buy it for yourself.
A good gift for like a young reader too, because it's 7 pages. I mean, I don't know if it's like whatever, but
I think these are for adults though.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, like a teenager or something. You know, like somebody who wants to read.
They're definitely Christmas stories though. I'm reading it without opening it, and there's definitely a Christmas shit.
It says Christmas.
Yeah.
You like see little elves crawling around in there.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of sparkles burst out.
Anyway,
of
super cute. A great Thanksgiving gift, if you will. Yes. But yeah, we'll
Very
be
cute.
talking about that on the show. We both were just really impressed with the packaging and stuff.
Well, before we go, so last thing, what did all of you think? Did you guys? Oh, your mom's here.
Hey, Mom. How do you know that?
Houseboat mom.
Oh, you want that for Christmas? Guess what you're getting.
If you want to keep it, I can send her mine.
No, it's okay.
Bria's mom is the coolest.
I'm worried the dog has been kind of sick today. I like the idea of Thanksgiving.
Did everyone like this book?
Do we like this book? How do we feel? Because we're trying to choose new books. We're trying to choose different kinds of books.
I took a really long time. We went through a bunch of books trying to pick
It was
this
hard.
one.
Well, it was hard for us to find a spooky book that Mallory hadn't read. But if they liked it. They loved it. Great.
Little did they know this whole time we had a celebrity in the room.
Celebrity right in the chat room. Yeah, because we want to choose more books and do more stuff like this.
Yeah,
It's really fun for us, and we like to hear your feedback. This person liked it. Two Yourself by Lupe. Not a fan of the romance. Come on.
no leg.
We don't
touching.
pick many books with romance in them, actually.
No,
I would
should
say
do a steamy book.
oh my god. That's we know some people who've done steamy book clubs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ooh,
Good food
reading
descriptions
descriptions after dark. And food descriptions.
Kelsey enjoyed it. People who are wimps.
Yes, I made sure I did a lot of research and I made sure this book wasn't terrifying, but
Yeah.
it was creepy.
Yeah, I think it was like appropriately like a weenie can handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. Again, I read it during the day, so it was hard for me I should have waited until nighttime. Wanting to build up to reading more horror. Cool.
Oh, there's writing a sequel.
Oh,
Okay. I
good to
will
know.
read it. Great. More food descriptions. Maybe we need to do a food related book. People
Okay.
like these food descriptions. It's sort of like
We could do like a like some kind of. We could find the next sourdough.
yeah, like a food. Yeah, that's good. A magical realism sort of food book.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
And then I won't be allowed. Now you can lead that discussion.
Okay, you just because
I
you
had
can't
to,
talk about
my
food.
roommate Kate had to teach me how to make soup the other day.
Did you know put it in the microwave?
Burners on the stove are different sizes?
Yeah, but it's not like so important unless you're not for heating up soup.
I didn't know you had to keep stirring it.
Well, you'll probably be okay if you didn't. What was the kind of soup?
It was just like carrot soup.
Carrot.
Yeah, like Trader Joe's sell, like a
This is not an ad for Trader Joe's.
We should get
Mr.
Okay,
Trader Joe's
can I
comes
bring-
on. He's like, "You're carrot."
Can I bring
Mallory.
up a bone I have to pick with Trader Joe's?
Go on.
It is
Don't think they're gonna care. They're doing fine.
it is bullshit that we have to compete with the Trader Joe's podcast. They're in the arts section, and they're always like in the top charts. We have to compete with Trader Joe's. We shouldn't be eating this.
What the fuck do they talk about on the Trader Joe's podcast?
I don't know, and now I don't want to listen because I don't want to give their numbers anymore. But they're in the arts section, and
I'm gonna
they
listen
shouldn't
and
be.
I'll follow up about this because I'm curious. Wow,
They
do
should be
do
in
like
a different category.
they do like what is that thing called? Frequent flyer?
It must be the Frequent Flyer.
It's
podcast.
not frequent flyer. It's called something flyer. Something else.
No,
Flyer.
it's the Frequent Flyer. Yeah. Fearless Flyer. You're
Fearless
right.
Flyer.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay.
That's interesting. So they just are like, today we got like 4,000 pumpkin things. Have you had that pumpkin mix?
Is it just them reviewing food?
What else would it be? It's not going to be like, I saw Miss Johnson in the store and on Hyperion. Like it can't be like news. Like what other news is there besides food?
Maybe it's for other Trader Joe's employees.
You know what's sad? I follow no less than 3 Trader Joe's Instagram accounts. Fan Instagram accounts. One's for vegan food, one's regular food.
Why do you call it the regular food one?
Just to see what's the deal. I don't know. I just like, what if they have something vegan that the vegan one
I do
didn't
follow
cover?
a lot of bars.
Well, the thing about the Trader Joe's like switches it up so much that I'm like, if there's something,
I do like checking that end cap. It's like the new
yeah,
stuff.
I'm into that end cap. I'm like, what's going to be here? Is it going to make it to the regular aisle, the regular cap, the non-cap? What's going to happen?
Yeah, this is the part of we sometimes Bria edits a lot of this out of reading class.
Yeah, I
I
do.
will say.
This is what it would be like if you just.
We should see if we can get the Trader Joe's podcast people on reading.
Oh,
classes.
this is a great idea. Or they just read the Fearless Flyer. Like they're just like every day I read
It's so weird.
speech.
Okay, I gotta go eat dinner.
Okay.
That I'm not. Jeremy is making for me because again,
It's not.
I can't make soup.
Not wow. Huh. But here's the thing about soup, you don't have to make it. You
I
can
know.
Literally just
But then
eat it out of the can if you wanted to. You don't have to
I'm
make
not having cold
is
soup.
Okay. But you're just gonna heat it up.
But now I know you have to stir it.
Well, what would have happened before?
I-
Have you never had soup? Like I gotta backtrack. Hold on. Have you had soup before this moment? In your life.
I don't think I've ever actually
You've
made soup on a
at home.
stove. We don't have a microwave. That's fine.
It's better on a stove anyway, but
Now I know.
now you know, here we are.
It was good soup. I know everyone's really
Yeah, the important stuff.
important stuff.
What was
anyway.
the soup? Tell us more about this soup. Did she eat it? Did it burn? We gotta
It's good
know.
soup. Good soup.
Anyway,
All
thank
right.
you everyone
Thanks
for
for
joining
joining
in. If you're watching this later, make sure you follow whatever you have to do so it tells you next time so you know what's the deal.
Sorry about the link screw up.
Screw up the link. There's 2 places to watch this. I don't know what that means for when it posts.
Who knows?
So, someone was just reading an article today on the 50 states of soup. Mallory, get on that.
I bet in New England. I bet my state's clam chowder.
Oh, of course it is.
What's Texas?
Tortilla, maybe?
That's pretty good soup though.
Yeah, it's good.
Training for soup
Oh,
watch.
unless you go count chili.
Is chili a soup?
No, but it is the state dish of Texas.
But it-
introduced to the legislator,
What's the difference?
lectured by
between,
my father.
what's the
Isn't that weird? Now we've gone off the. Now we've gone far.
what's the difference between soup and chili? Is it like the difference between string and rope? It's like they're
Oh, I see what you're saying.
the
I just
density?
I would say density, and
So it's
I would say it's like if it goes like it goes like soup,
chowder,
soup, chowder, stew,
chili.
chili. So it's I would say it's in the arena, but not in the same category. You eat it in a bowl. So not a soup.
Where does cereal land?
Soup. Cereal. Also not a soup. If you learned anything today.
What's the difference between cereal and gazpacho?
I'm turning it off. Yeah.
Because gazpacho is just cold soup. Right?
That is what gazpacho is. Oh, I have to end it.
So isn't that cereal?
No, because gazpacho is